My name's Teisha. I'm 42 years old. I was diagnosed with MS back in 1997, 20 years ago. I live down on the Bellarine Peninsula near Geelong with my partner Andrew, and I have relapsing remitting MS. MS impacts every aspect of my life, but that's not necessarily a negative. Early on, when I was diagnosed, I thought of MS as a bit of an added extra. Whenever I was sick, I reacted to that. I went to my neurologist, I went into hospital, I got fixed, and then I returned to life as it was. But now I'm a lot more proactive in my approach to MS. So everything I do is all about not only maintaining my health and well-being, but maximising my well-being. So everything I do, whether that be what I eat, the appointments I go to, the physio I have, the osteo appointments, everything I do is about my health and well-being. The tips and tricks I have for managing the challenges of MS are quite simple. It's simply be flexible. Be flexible in your approach and your experience of MS and I guess of life. So for example, when travelling, be flexible. Some of the best experiences I've had have not been the ones I planned for. For example, I wanted to go to London and live in London for a year, but I ended up in Edinburgh. Found London a little bit tricky with all the walking, but Edinburgh was an amazing experience. I was then devastated that I mightn't be able to go to Africa. I wanted to go to Africa to volunteer, but the heat made that difficult. So I ended up in Romania for a few months, which was a little cooler in winter. The other way I've been a lot more flexible in my approach has been in relation to my career. I was devastated that MS was making a corporate career really difficult, but it didn't matter. I retrained, I became a social worker, and now I've found a new passion for writing, and I've written my own book, something I never imagined I would do, but I'm embracing the challenge. I've also been a lot more flexible in terms of what I do socially. I still want to be out and about, but I just need to do things a little bit differently. For example, I'm a big fan of catching up with friends at a cafe or at a restaurant as opposed to standing around at a bar. So I still get out, but I'm just flexible in what I do. I'm flexible even in shopping. I've become a big fan of internet shopping. So I can't walk around huge shopping plazas, but that's okay. I still manage to spend my money. I've also been a lot more flexible in where I live. When I was diagnosed with MS, I was living in a city, but I found the pace really difficult to manage. I found the public transport difficult, but that's okay. I'm now living down by the beach and I'm loving the pace and I'm embracing that type of lifestyle. So I think being flexible is a really good tip and really important to keep in mind, because when you're flexible, you're not focusing on all that you can't do. Instead, you're actually being a little bit more creative and approaching things differently, and you'll be surprised that great outcomes, great experiences can still be part of your future. What one thing would improve my life with MS? It's hard to narrow it down to one, but I think that if our community was also more flexible and more embracing of difference, that would make life a whole lot easier. And there's lots of examples within that. For example, if I was wanting a more flexible career, if I was wanting to work part-time, if I was wanting to job share, it made difficult if organisations don't provide those options for us. If I want to start my own business, really difficult if there's no funding or support to do that. Even if I want to be more flexible in getting out and socialising and going shopping, really difficult to do that if there's not easily accessible public transport. If it's overcrowded, it's difficult to stand up on, or if there's not enough designated seating, or if there's not enough disabled car spaces around. So if our community, if our government, if our local councils, if organisations also embrace difference, that would make life a whole lot easier.